สวัสดีค่ะขอต้อนรับคุณผู้ฟังเข้าสู่รายการพอดแคสต์ของมหาวิทยาลัยกรุงเทพ Let's Talk Podcast by BU นะคะสำหรับ EP ในวันนี้ค่ะคุณผู้ฟังเราจะมาพูดคุยเราจะมาสนทนาเกี่ยวกับเรื่องของบทบาทของผู้หญิงกับการเป็นเจ้าของกิจการหรือการเป็นเจ้าของธุรกิจในประเทศไทยและในอาเซียนนะคะและแขกรับเชิญที่เราจะมาพูดคุยกันในวันนี้ก็จริงๆเป็นคนคุ้นหน้าคุ้นตาค่ะเพราะว่าเขาเคยเป็นแขกรับเชิญของเราในรายการนี้ Let's Talk Podcast by BU กันแล้วนะคะเพราะฉะนั้นเดี๋ยวเราไปพบกับแขกรับเชิญของเราในวันนี้กันเลยดีกว่าค่ะเนื่องจากว่าแขกรับเชิญของเราในวันนี้เขาสื่อสารเป็นภาษาอังกฤษเป็นภาษาหลักนะคะเพราะฉะนั้นเดี๋ยวต่อไปนี้เชอรี่จะขออนุญาตดำเนินรายการเป็นภาษาอังกฤษนะคะคุณผู้ฟัง so let's talk podcast by BU we'd like to welcome our family face because she once honored this chair before let's talk podcast by BU today we'd like to welcome Dr. Ulrike Gulikสวัสดีค่ะสวัสดีค่ะสวัสดี to the audience okay it's my honor to talk to you again okay
yeah same for me thank you
and then so last time that we talked about the youth entrepreneurship in ASEAN right now once we see your face we expect something about entrepreneurship again but we're talking about today we're going to talk about female entrepreneurship in Thailand and in ASEAN and I think you have a lot to discuss and share with us so how about you give us a brief picture first how is it in general
Yeah, it's actually very unique here in this region, in Thailand as well as in ASEAN, in most ASEAN countries, because we have the same amount of women as we have men, male entrepreneurs in entrepreneurship, and this is very, very rare globally. So we are pretty much unique.
Wow.
Yeah.
We'll go deep in detail later about that. Yeah, how is like why are we so unique? But can you please share with us? So why does the world need the women entrepreneurship in your opinion?
Yeah, women entrepreneurs. There's a lot of research about that. If we had the same amount of women entrepreneurs as we have male entrepreneurs, the global GDP would increase by 2 to 3%. And this is like 1.5 trillion US dollars to 2.5 trillion US dollars. And it would create a lot of jobs, 200 to 300 million. And in many countries, we have 5 women to 10 men, or the global average is like 7 to 10. And so the GDP growth would be
well, it's an advantage. Yeah. So why not?
Yeah. And we have, I mean, why should we not, have the same amount of women entrepreneurs as men? What hinders us to do so?
True. Agree. 100% agree. Okay, so, and the activities, aspiration and attitude of youth, so how about this, that you'd like to share with us, for the fear of failure rate is very high for women in Thailand and in Vietnam. Skills, anything? What do you think?
Yeah, we have about 60% of the women entrepreneurs who fear to fail. Men is 50%, which is also high in a global comparison. But 60% is really a lot. But they start businesses. So this is the point. We have so many women entrepreneurs, but they fear to fail. And this fear hinders them to change something in the business, to innovate or to add employees. So the aspirations to grow the business are not really there. They want to keep it as it is. They fear to fail if they start, changing something. Yeah, expanding or changing something. And that's the downside. And that's why we have to actually find a way to help them overcome that fear.
Balance the feeling.
Yeah.
But actually, I don't know, this is like, because I have no idea about the female entrepreneurship, but isn't it normal to fear, because...
but normally you try to have your risk. You have risk as an entrepreneur, but you try to avoid risk as much as you can. It's not that you jump into risk and say, oh, it's great to have risk. No.
You should have some principle.
Yeah, and but I think, and this is the problem, because risk averseness is also a point that has to do with fear of failure, and so I think it hinders them at some point. But they start businesses. It's not that they don't do business.
At least they start.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So how about the innovation level of men compared to women? Are they like different? rates or similar rates or something?
Actually, what we found is that the women tend to use newer technologies faster, and they're more likely to use them than men. On average, Asian entrepreneurs, both men and women, if they are younger, they're better than the global average to use new technologies. But still, we do not have high-tech businesses. Just like 1% of all businesses are high-tech or medium-tech. They're still retail, hotel, resale, restaurants. All of that is the majority of entrepreneurs. They don't go into innovative new technologies.
Okay. I just want to emphasize this. We're talking in the context of Thailand
And ASEAN.
and ASEAN only. Okay. So how about the gender equality in the entrepreneurship? Because right now we are talking about the gender equality in every aspect of the society. How about this in the world of entrepreneurship? Do you have a number that you can share with us? How is it?
Yeah, in Thailand, we have, let's say, we're not gender equal at all, but we have gender equality. I think we range in the middle.
That's great
Of
news.
140, 50 countries, we're in the middle, pretty much. And but in entrepreneurship and also in top management positions, we can say we have gender equality. We don't have it in the normal workforce because wages are still lower for women. And we don't have it in politics. We don't have it in, the law, in the courts, in the legal system. Not at all. I think in politics, it's maybe 15% in Thailand of women participation.
Yes.
And so we're not gender equal. But the opportunities are the same for women in entrepreneurship. But entrepreneurship and business in general, we are pretty equal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good news.
Yeah,
also.
that's very good news.
Yeah, that's very good news. Okay, and so what type of businesses that typically run by women?
Yeah, we see a shift now going from the traditional shop they might open to online. I mean, the pandemic threw us in there as well. But also for women, it is. So we see an increase in online trading, online sales, because for women, they still traditionally have to balance, the family, the kids, care for elderly. It's still the female job. Yeah. And so with the online participation in trading, they can balance it better. And so we see actually a sharp increase in this position in startups.
In my own experience, when I shop online and I talk to the shopkeeper online, I think 99.99% were women. For me, based on my own experience. Yeah.
And we also saw in Thailand specifically that in the pandemic, those who started up in the pandemic, they did not start because they said there's no other job and I lost my job and I have to do that. They see opportunities actually.
True.
And they say, I start a business because now is an opportunity to start something. And many went tech-based also, supported by technology at least.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. So how about the challenge of the AEC on women entrepreneurship, in your opinion?
Now, the AEC is, what the ASEAN governments decided to support our 9 industries, and we have women in some of them. In automotive, there are very few women. We have in agriculture some women. We have in hospitality women.
Yes.
But we don't really have, these industries are not dominated by women, the 9 industries that are supported, where policies target these industries. But we have e-commerce, which is also one of the 9. And ICT, information communication technology. So anything that is ASEAN is where women participate. And so actually there is this one sector where we see an increase in women, and where government support by support with the infrastructure that we have, fast internet and Thailand, like the cashless society, all the technology we need to do so.
The QR code,
Yeah.
All the convenience that they like to provide for us.
Yeah.
Agree.
And so that support is there. And so I think this is a sector that is going to be very strong for women.
I agree. So the last question here. How Thai women entrepreneurs describe their leadership, in your opinion?
Yeah, with interviews with Thai entrepreneurs, they say there is like it's not a balance. Actually, there are two types of persons.
Yes.
And then we see it in the history of Thailand as well, by the way. And they say on the one hand, we are very gentle. We're not taking the first step. But on the other hand, if it's necessary, we fight. And they use war terms. We fight, there is a war out there. And they say
Strong,
strong, yeah.
term.
And one of the female entrepreneurs said, if you'd see us in business, you'd be surprised. And another,
wow. I'm proud. I feel proud.
yeah. And another woman said, even if you're a cat, we can act like tigers. So those were the words they were using. and I think that's and I know that even male corporates agree that for management positions, they prefer Thai women because they know that they can really work hard and fight. And that's the fighting part that
They don't
makes
give
it so
up.
strong. Yeah.
They don't give up.
Yeah. And so this is, I think, very interesting, especially for non-Asian people who say, how can they be so gentle? I don't think they can be in business and they can be strong in business, but they are.
Let's see.
They are.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think that's it for today.
Okay.
Very enjoyed talking to you like usual. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Uli.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Okay. ค่ะก็จบไปแล้วนะคะกับการพูดคุยกับดร.อูลี่ของเรานะคะเชื่อว่าคุณผู้ฟังน่าจะได้สาระได้ความรู้แล้วก็สนุกสนานนะคะเกี่ยวกับท็อปิกนี้นะคะ Women Entrepreneurship หรือว่าการเป็นเจ้าของธุรกิจการเป็นเจ้าของกิจการและผู้หญิงนะคะบทบาทของผู้หญิงกับการเป็นเจ้าของกิจการในประเทศไทยแล้วก็ในบริบทของอาเซียนค่ะสำหรับ EP หน้าของ Let's Talk Podcast by BU เราจะมีแขกรับเชิญเป็นอาจารย์ท่านไหนมานั่งคุยกันในรายการติดตามกันได้ในตอนต่อไปนะคะสำหรับวันนี้ตัวของเชอรี่เองและดร.อูลี่เราทั้งสองคน both of us like to say goodbye to you first until next time สวัสดีค่ะ
Bye-bye. สวัสดีค่ะ